Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am talking about my favorite books of 2018. I know this video is super late and I'm sorry about that, but there were just so many things that happened. My computer broke down and I couldn't edit and all of that, so that was extremely stressful for me. By the time this video goes up, I will have my computer back, but I'm editing this video on my parents' old computer, so I'm making it work, but I'm still really stressed. Anyways. So I have over 70 favorite books of 2018, and I know that's a lot, but I loved all 70 of these books and I do consider them favorites. I will have a top 10 at the end of this video where I discuss more like my top 10 and I give more details of why I loved them and what they're about and all of that. But the rest I will do kind of in style of my new releases, where I just really mention the title, the author, and then I put the rating on the screen. I do have a Goodreads link to all of these books down below, so go check out my 2018 favorites list down below. I did read a total of 246 books in 2018, so 70 favorites is pretty good. Like, that's a pretty solid list. But yeah, I obviously do have a top 10, so let's just get on with the video. Wildcard by Karina Halley. This is book 1 in the Northridge trilogy. On Heart's Boardwalk by Samantha Young. This is book 6.7 in the On Dublin Street. Kissing Tolstoy by Penny Reed. This is book 1 in the Dear Professor series. An X for Christmas by Lauren Lane. Runaway Groom by Lauren Lane. This is book 2 in the I Do, I Don't duology. The Coaching Hours by Sarah Nye. This is book 4 in the How to Date a Douchebag series. Brooklyn Air by Serena Bowen. This is book 4 in the Brooklyn Bruiser series. Moonlight Sins by Jennifer L. Armitrout. This is book 1 in the De Vincent trilogy. Reckless by Lex Martin. Baby Daddy by Kendall Ryan. Until Harmony by Aurora Rose Reynolds. This is book 6 in the Until Her, Until Him series. The Prophecy by Jennifer L. Armitrout. This is book 4 in the Titan series. Ruin by Samantha Towell. This is book 1 in the Gods series. With This Man by Jodi Ellen Malpez. This is book 4 in the This Man series. Pleasure of a Dark Prince and Demon from the Dark by Cressley Cole. This is book 9 and book 10 in the Immortals After Dark series. Marek by Sawyer Bennett. This is book 11 in the Cold Fury Hockey series. Sempre and Redemption by J.M. Darrover. Misadventures of a College Girl by Lauren Rowe. This is book 8 in the Misadventure series. Misadventures of a Backup Bride by Shayla Black. This is book 2 in the Misadventure series. Looking Inside by Beth Carrie Curry. Savor You by Kristen Proby. This is book 5 in the Fusion series. Good Girl by Jenna Aston. The Wild Air by Karina Halley. Filthy Gods by R. Scarlett. The Mount Trilogy by Megan March. The first book is Ruthless King. The second one is Defiant Queen, and the third one is Sinful Empire. Mogul by Katie Evans. This is book 2 in the Manhattan series. Bishop by Sawyer Bennett. This is book 1 in the Arizona Vengeance series. Mr. Tonight by Kendall Ryan. Fixed Forever by Laura Lynn Page. This is book 6 in the Fixed series. The Man in the Black Suit by Sylvain Renard. I Think I Love You by Lauren Lane. This is book 5 in the Oxford series. Heart of Glass by Nicole Jacqueline. This is book 3 in the Fostering Love series. Playboy by Katie Evans. This is book 5 in the Man Horse series. Dr. Strangebeard by Penny Reed. This is book 5 in the Winston Brothers series. Filthy Lies by Rain Miller. This is book 2 in the Blackstone Dynasty series. The Fortunate Ones by R.S. Gray. Redemption by Georgia Cates. This is book 6 in the Sin series. The Savage Trilogy by Megan March. The first book is Savage Prince, Iron Princess, and Rogue Royalty. All the Way by Kristen Proby. This is book 1 in the Romancing Manhattan series. Fight or Flight by Samantha Young. Dating the Enemy by Nicole Williams. Misadventures with a Professor by Sierra Simone. This is book 15 in the Misadventure series. All We Want by Jay Daniels. This is book 6 in the Alabama Summer series. Dirty Sexy Player by Laura Lynn Page. And Dirty Sexy Games, also by Laura Lynn Page. This is book 1 and book 2 in the Dirty Games duet. Kissing Jenna by Kristen Proby. This is book 2 in the Big Sky series. Until Kobe by Aurora Rose Reynolds. which is book 7 in the Until Her/Him series. The Darkest Star by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book 1 in the Origin series. Jock Rule by Sarah Nye. This is book 2 in the Jock Hart series. Hot Shot Doc by R.S. Gray. And Losing the Field by Abby Glines. This is book 4 in the Field Party series. So those were kind of all of my 60 favorites / like honorable mentions, really. Those are ones that I would consider, that I would reread, or that I would recommend, or that I would maybe buy physical copies of if I don't have them already, those kinds of things. So yeah, those are my top 60 favorites. Now onto the top 10. So I'm going to go from 10 to number 1. I feel like number 1 and number 2 are very accurate, but then after that I kind of had trouble like putting them on a scale, really. Like, it was hard for me to pick which one should go at number 3, which one should go at number 5. So just these are all my top 10, really. So coming in at number 10 is The Good Luck Charm by Helena Hunting, which totally surprised me that I really loved this. I had read her latest book in the Puck series, which I think was Pucked Love, and didn't really enjoy that one that much. And so I kind of went into this one really like hesitant, but I really, really liked it. I loved the characters and the romance. Helena just writes really good hockey romances, by the way, if you are looking for some. I really enjoy her hockey romances. So this follows Lila and Ethan, who were high school sweethearts, and Ethan was really, really into hockey, and he got the opportunity to, I guess, make it in the NHL, and along the way he broke up with Lila because he just thought that they were spending too much time apart and he wanted to focus on his career and all of that. And now I think 8 years later he's traded back to his home city team, and they run into each other and kind of start back up again. And it was just really cute and really sweet. I just couldn't put it down. I really, really loved it. So technically this is like a top 11 because these next two come in at number 9. And they're a tie, honestly. I can't pick which one I loved more this year, so I'm tying them together. And that is Love in Other Words and Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. I loved these both. I gave them both 5 stars. I did have like some issues with them. Overall, I really, really loved them, and I don't know which one's my favorite, to be honest. So Love in Other Words follows Macy and Elliot, who were each other's first love, and something happened that caused them to break up and never speak to each other ever again. It's told in like back and forth, so it's told by like the past, so you get to see them falling in love, and then you get to see them in the present time where they're kind of reunited and all of the feelings kind of come back and all of that. I just love the way that the story was told. I really enjoyed the characters. I did have an issue with the ending, obviously. I think the reveal of what happened, I didn't love that as much because it's not a great thing, but overall, I really enjoyed the way that the story was told. I loved the writing style on this one, and I just think overall it was a really, really great book and a favorite of the year, definitely. And then Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating is about Josh and Hazel, who have been best friends since college, and they have always been kind of attracted to each other, but they've always kind of hid it from one another. And it's 10 years since college, and they still aren't married or like in serious relationships, so they try to hook each other up with other people, and they kind of fall in love with each other along the way, and it's super cute. I really did enjoy this one, obviously. So technically coming in at number 8 is Love Life and the List by Casey West. I don't know if it's my favorite Casey West book now, but it's definitely up there. I mean, I gave this 5 stars. I just thought it was super cute, and I really liked the main character and the romance. I think it was really, really sweet. This follows Abby, who has a crush on her best friend, and she is struggling with that and trying to kind of, I guess, tell him. And she's also dealing with her artwork being rejected from this like gallery. Has no heart. Her work has no heart. So she kind of comes up with this list to have the best summer of her life, and to hopefully give some heart to her work. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just thought it was really, really sweet. It's probably my second favorite Casey West, to be honest. I really, really loved it. And the only one I don't own in physical copy is A Nordic King by Karina Halley. This is book 3 in the like Royal series. It's not really a series, they're all like standalones. This one really, really surprised me. I had a feeling I was gonna like it, but I didn't realize like I was gonna love it that much. I just thought this one was super cute and funny, and yet had like a really serious tone, and I just really, really enjoyed it. So it follows the Nordic King, who has 2 young little girls, and his wife passed away, and he is still kind of grieving over that, but there's like a big secret around that and like what really happened. And he basically has to hire some sort of nanny or caretaker for his girls, and that's where our female character comes in, and she's basically like the nanny, and they fall in love, and it's super cute and funny, and I just really, really loved it. Coming in at number 6 is Hot Cop by Llewellyn Page and Sierra Simone. This is also another book that completely surprised me. I always know that I love Llewellyn Page's books, but this one I just like really loved. Like, it's one of my top favorites by her. I don't know, there was just something about this book that I really loved. So this follows Livia, who is 30, and she dealing with the fact that she doesn't have kids yet, and she decides that she's just gonna do it. She is going to find someone that she can have kids with or not, and just be like a single mom. And she's like set out to do that. And then she meets this officer, Chase Kelly, who is super attracted to her, and he just decides on a whim that they're gonna do it, and he's gonna have nothing to do with the kid, but he's gonna, you know, give her a baby. And, you know, they quickly fall in love, and it's just so adorable. I loved it, and I highly recommend if you love like the baby plot. I don't know, surprise, it's not really surprise pregnancy, it's like planned baby, I don't know. But if you love those kinds of storylines, you will probably really enjoy this one. Coming in at number 5 is Moonlight Seduction by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is book 2 in the De Vincent trilogy. And yeah, this one I really, really loved. I think it has to do with the main character having the same name as me, but I really related to the main character a lot, not just in the fact that we shared the same name, but I felt like a lot of our characteristics were very similar, and our values and all of that, and I just really enjoyed it. Well, this series in general follows the De Vincent family, which they live in this really, really big mansion that's very mysterious, and kind of scary, like mysterious things happen, and all of the women in the De Vincent family are like kind of cursed a little bit. There's this like weird vibe around the whole family and the house and their business and all of that. And this follows Nicolette, who grew up around the De Vincent family and the boys and the house because her parents were, I think, like housekeepers or whatever of the mansion. So she grew up around all of them, and she has always had a crush on Gabe her entire life, and he's always a lot older than her, and she felt like he was kind of into her, but he obviously was a lot older, so you know. And then now, years later, she is back from college, I think. They kind of start this relationship, but it's complicated kind of thing, you know. Anyways, I just really enjoyed it, and if you love like suspense sort of mystery romances, I highly recommend this series. It's super, super good. And coming in at number 4 is the Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. And this I knew I was gonna love, obviously, just because so many people have been loving this, and I knew I was gonna love it, so obviously it's on this list. This book was just so adorable and cute yet sexy and just really heartfelt, and kind of made me cry a little bit, not gonna lie. So this follows Stella, who has Asperger's, and she struggles with intimacy, and she wants to be able to be more comfortable with it and to hopefully land one of her crushes. So she decides to hire a escort to help her. So she hires Michael, and yeah, the story kind of takes off from there. But yeah, the story was just super cute, and I loved it, and I really want to reread it. it was everything I wanted and more. Coming in at number 3 is Arrogant Devil by R.S. Gray. This is also one that really surprised me. I was kind of like marathoning all of R.S. Gray's books that I needed to catch up on because I was like behind on like 4 or 5. So I read them like all back to back, and this one just really stood out to me. I really loved it. This is like a hate to love, or like enemies to lovers romance, and I feel like this is definitely one of her like more standout-ish ones. Like I feel like it was a lot more different than her other books. Sometimes her books can feel kind of similar, but this one I really liked. This follows a Meredith who married this like really rich Hollywood dude, and he cheated on her, and so she decides to just leave and not bring anything with her, and she kind of calls her sister for help, and she can't really help her at the moment, so she sends her to like this farm that she's like business partners with. So she meets Jack, who instantly does not like her and thinks she's like the spoiled rich brat, and he like wants nothing to do with her. Basically she like helps him out. That's like her new job now, and to be like, I think, an assistant or something. Yeah, they really don't like each other, but they slowly warm up to each other, and it's just super cute, and I really loved it. And if you love enemies to lovers, definitely check this out, because it just like hit all of the marks on it for me. Like I really love this. This is probably my top 3 favorite from R.S. Gray, definitely. Can you guess what number 2 and number 1 are? Coming in at number 2 is Jock Row by Sarah Nye. This is book 1 in the Jock Hard series. I knew I was gonna love this. Like honestly, when she announced the series, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love it. Like I really enjoyed the How to Date a Douchebag series. So when she announced this series, I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna love this. Like I'm obsessed with her books now. Yeah, this was so good. Oh my gosh, I really loved this. I don't know if this is my favorite by Sarah Nye. I think my favorite is still The Learning Hours, but I still really enjoyed this one. Like, I both gave those 5 stars. So this follows Scarlett, who is always kind of the good girl, and she's not really into partying that much, but her friends bring her along to this like frat party thing, and she meets Rowdy there, who basically is in charge of like keeping her away from her friends so that his friends can get some. Basically, she's kind of in the way, so Rowdy kind of gets this job to like keep her away from all the friends and everything, and it's super cute. I loved it. I know I'm not describing it very well, but please go read this. It is my 2nd favorite Sarah Nye book. Just go read it. It is so cute and so funny, and if you love like new adult college romances, sport romances, please go check this out. It is just so good. I loved it so much. Okay, can you guess what number 1 is? A Monster in His Eyes by J.M. Darrover. I am considering the trilogy like one, so this is all at number 1. This is my favorite of 2018. Definitely hands down my favorite. I just loved this trilogy so much, and I cannot stop talking about it. Like I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Like I just love this trilogy so much. So the first book is Monster in His Eyes. The second book is Torture Her Soul, or Torture to Her Soul. And the third one is Target on Our Backs. I just love this trilogy so much. And if you love dark romances, go read it, because it is so good, and I just highly recommend. This follows Carissa, who has been very sheltered her entire life, and she's now in college. One day, she's going to one of her classes, and she forgets her phone in one of the rooms, and so she goes back to go get it, and she overhears a conversation with her professor and this really mysterious guy, and he basically like hands her phone back, and she's like immediately drawn to him. He's so mysterious, he's so different, he's a lot older, and yes, there is an age gap in here, by the way. They quickly kind of fall in love, but there are secrets, and he's very mysterious. He doesn't really give very many details to what he does, and it's just so dang good. And the plot twists in here are so good. I did not see them coming, and I'm so in love with this trilogy, you guys. I'm so in love with it. Yeah, I won't stop talking about it, to be honest. So yeah, this is my #1 favorite of 2018, so there you go. So those were all 60 and my top 10 favorites of 2018. Let me know all of your favorite books of 2018 down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!